Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising, here is your tarot reading for the week ahead. Welcome back if you're returning to the channel, and a big warm welcome if you are new. These are weekly Tarotscopes for your zodiac signs that come out weekly. Mentioned that twice, but always worth mentioning. So take what's helpful, leave what isn't, and always get the messages to fit into your life rather than the other way around. You are faring probably the best this week that I've seen thus far, Aries. Virgo. I'm not faring that well, it seems. But no, in all seriousness, there's been a theme across most of the zodiac signs this week of being quite ungrounded and feeling a little bit nervous of what's coming up next, feeling quite unsettled, not knowing what's around the corner, and not knowing if we're coming or going. The fact that you have this more grounded energy, Virgo, and are able to remain cool, calm, and collected will hold you in really, really good stead. Of all the readings that I've done, these cards certainly look the best. It's really nice to see that we're opening with the High Priestess and the Ten of Cups in combination. The High Priestess is, as I'm sure you're aware, the queen of the subconscious, the queen of the inner world. It has quite arguably a very Piscean energy anyhow. Certainly would connect with the water signs. And it just, the reason I bring this up is that we are slap bang in Pisces season, as I mentioned, but you are invited this week to use that as an opportunity to really dig down into your inner world, into your subconscious, pay particular attention to your dreams, pay particular attention to your intuition, all of those slightly esoteric, hidden, inexplicable feelings, emotions that are coming through. That doesn't feel that that will be overwhelming in any way, but rather a really, really useful tool on how to best navigate the week. It may be a time, and ordinarily this would perhaps prove to be a bit of a challenge for you, Virgo, but it may be an opportunity really not to rule with the rational head, but rather rule with the heart. Allow a lot of your decision making this week to be based on what feels right rather than what you think is right. That is very much what the High Priestess is representing. For me particularly, I've been having quite vivid dreams of late, and really insightful and helpful dreams. I've met new guides, I've had understandings, I've had new teachings come through in my dreams. So one thing that I've been ensuring is that I've got a pen and paper next to my bed and I can record them as I wake up. A good time for meditation, a good time just to be really connecting with yourself and asking yourself those bigger questions, or asking for that guidance. That inner guidance feels really, really good. And the very fact that we have the Six of Wands as well in the middle of your spread, the Lord of Victory, just shows that in some ways you can't put a foot wrong this week. There is a call for you to embody some courage, stepping out of your comfort zone, really, really believing in yourself. It's important that you cultivate that sense very, very strongly this week, particularly, as I said, that some of the other star signs may be struggling, may be feeling a little bit more uncertain, but for whatever reason, it seems that you are the kind of gods are shining on you with their favor, and where some of these energies might trip others up, you're able to weave your way through them very, very effectively. It's really nice to be able to see. Bear in mind that this is very much a time to be embracing and encapsulating that High Priestess energy, and be connecting with your spiritual side, your emotional side, and your intuitive side a lot. This is the key to success, is one way to put it. We have the Lord of Abundance, the Three of Cups here in reversed. Usually when this comes in reverse, it can indicate, because it's such a positive card, in inverted commas, upright, it normally talks about abundance, community, enjoying the companies of others, festivities, lifting each other up. Normally when it comes at reverse, there it can speak to the opposite of that and be a quote unquote kind of shadow side of the Three of Cups, or it can talk about overindulgence. For me, in this instance, it talks much more about you being able to sidestep some of those worldly desires, those earthly desires that would normally pull us in, slightly overdoing it, at maybe even hedonism, leaning into those things that allow a certain of escapism. Escapism is a huge theme that is coming up across the board this week. Unsurprising, as we are in the throes of Pisces season. But there's it's indicated very strongly, Virgo, that you're able to actually keep quite grounded and level, and not the allure of escapism and hedonism doesn't seem to attract you, doesn't seem to draw you in as much as it may do on the other star signs. So I really want to congratulate you on that, and I think that's absolutely correct. It's very much expressed in your final card, the King of Wands, being able to keep his eye on the prize and knowing that sometimes short-term sacrifice is what is required for long-term gain. Really keep your eye on the prize this week, and as you move forward, as you walk forward, those little things that would pull you off track, those things that might seem very glittery and glamorous and enticing, there's a point of discipline that is called for you this week, of going, well, that looks great, but actually I'm focusing on this instead. For me, for instance, I've done sober February, so I've not been drinking, and that's felt really useful because it's created a space and time and discipline for me to focus on other things. That's kind of what I mean. Doesn't mean you have to give up alcohol by any means, but you may find those instances where you have a work deadline, somebody calls you up and says, I've got this really fun, exciting party that I want you to come, and you're going, no, I'm really sorry, I've got to be quite sensible this week. It's not dull by any means, quite the contrary. It's not that. It's more to do with the fact that you are able to maintain a focus, maintain a concentration on what it is you're trying to achieve and where it is you're trying to go to. So a big congratulations across the board, really. It would be very interesting to see what's happening within your rising sign and your moon sign, because that will really help flesh out what other energies are trying to pull you off course, so to speak. So if you don't know how to do that, be sure to check out the pinned comment below. Does this reading resonate? Let us know in the comments. But until next week, see you then. Bye for now.